it takes. I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
LOV on my right leg, that's Gucci. Dig what I'm saying? LOV on my man, that's Poochie. Dig what I'm saying? Caught a little jet lag, but I'm gold.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. First carry now for Doug Martin, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Second and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. The swing pass caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Nick Folk for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now it's Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. 3rd and 2, now Ryan. That's complete, Hooper. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A Falcon first down, Ryan to his young tight end, Hooper.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Able to shake him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Brooks Reed in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They get 8 yards back there, and they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A first update now from Cincinnati. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn. Second down, Winston. He finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's two of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan muscles him off. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
To throw is Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. First down. Here's the run with Martin. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Martin. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 47-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. There goes Doug Martin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. On second down, Ryan. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught at the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tanner Gabriel with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Doug Martin now gearing up to go again here on offense. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Now, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder, with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Escaping the pressure right. Complete to Jones. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Ryan on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Looking to throw on second down. Ryan into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Winston. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First down, Winston. Drops it off to Martin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
They'll throw again. Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all... And we've seemingly lost communication with Larry. Good news, though, both teams somehow already back on the field and ready for the third quarter. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. On second down, Freeman. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Well, sometimes it doesn't appear like much. The out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw on third down, Ryan. Jones has it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On the keeper, here's Ryan. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have broken our tie. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Jameis to throw it. He shakes him off, and he fends him off. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in a sack. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Third and short yardage. Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes.
Hey, let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And this one's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
They try to fire up the running game with Martin. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Martin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The Bucs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Winston with a give to Martin. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Doug Martin, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Gets it off to Freeman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And And we turn our focus to Doug Martin, responsible for well over 100 yards of total offense, but still hasn't found the end zone. You think that's in the back of his mind going into this drive?
It's always in the back of the mind of a player who's having that type of a day, because you want that gratification for your work, right? You want that stamp on top of everything. But bottom line for him, he's doing great work. Sometimes it just opens it up for other people to actually get into the end zone for him.
The runners, would they rather have 60 yards, 3 touchdowns, or 150 no touchdowns?
I think more than likely 150 and no touchdowns, but all the runners that I know would say, I'll take 150 and 3 touchdowns. They're greedy that way.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They run. Devontae Freeman. And Freeman lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Shift together here from the D-line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Sims. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So here's Nick Folk in an important spot. This for the lead in the final stages. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Here's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd down following the run. Freeman again. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And the big tight end shifting around. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Atlanta, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1.